Hey you guys, what's up? This is Fabio coming back with another video. What I want to talk about, man, in this particular video is that, simply put, retaining your employees and executing a great marketing plan is going to be the difference between night and day with your business. Ultimately, the success from your business is going to come with great marketing and having great employees. Because without both of those things, it's going to make it very, very hard, very, very difficult to run your business. Okay? Now, I have gotten emails about one-man operations. People ask me, Fabio, do you think I can make six figures just being a one-man operation? You can. It'll take longer, and it could be a little bit more difficult, more stress on the body, right? Because you're doing all of the leg work, you're doing all of the administration part, right? You're doing everything. Everything falls on you. But it's not impossible. But it will take a very long time to get to the status that you want to get to, okay? What I would suggest you do, guys, when I first started back in 2012, and you probably heard me talk about this before, when I first started back, I really sat down and envisioned myself in my business, right? No matter how hard the time was, I sat down and I really envisioned myself in my business, right? And then I started setting it up in sections, which is why my business to this day runs smoothly. Like, I don't have nearly a high turnover rate as some of you guys. My marketing kind of runs on autopilot, right? Because I do the same thing to get contracts, right? If anything, I don't subtract from that, I add to that, right? To make it a little bit better, right? When you go to McDonald's, Tim Hortons, like where I'm at now, any establishment, they're always adding to the marketing plan, right? They're adding to it. If something's working, they're not going to stop doing that. They're not going to take away from that, right? They're just going to keep doing it, okay? And I think what a lot of you guys are doing, you don't have the patience, and you expect it to be like an overnight situation, a lot of you guys, okay? Many of you I talk to, they say, Fabio, I've been doing this for 6 months. I haven't been successful at getting any walkthroughs. I haven't picked up any contracts. I've gotten no leads, or whatever the case is. You have to stay at it. You have to stay at it. Okay? If you're looking at this from a side hustle type of venture, then, you know, that's a whole different, another situation. If you're looking at it from a business standpoint, you have to know that you got to be patient. It's going to take time, but you have to deliver the goods, okay? A lot of people get caught up, and I know money is a factor, so a lot of people get caught up in the fact that, well, I need money now. So then they make impulsive decisions based on the fact that they need money. I would suggest you don't do that. You really focus in, hone in on your business, right? Figure out how you want it. Do you want employees versus subcontractors? Do you want a regular bank versus a credit union, right? Just hone in on what you want to do. I talk to so many people that say, well, Fabio, do you do this? Or Fabio, do you have that? Or Fabio, do you do this? Or Fabio, do you do that? And what they try to do is model my situation and make it like their situation. They'll say, well, since you do that, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this. You can try it, but also have a game B and a game C in the event that it doesn't work for you. Okay? Have a game B and a game C in the event that what you're trying isn't working. Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is just give up. You don't want to just give up because something isn't working out. Okay? So that's what prompted me to go live, guys. Your marketing. You have to continue to do your marketing. Sometimes it's not the marketing itself, it's the verbiage, it's the material that you're putting out there, right? Maybe you need to change that up. Sometimes it's not the verbiage or the material itself, it's just the marketing lane you decide to go into, right? Maybe you're using online portals, when you probably should be door to door. Maybe you're using the phones and you should be doing, whatever, right? I agree that you have to run your business like a presidential campaign. I agree. But I like to use no to low cost marketing methods in the beginning. So that's why I'm a big advocate of the phone. I know a lot of people don't have thousands of dollars sitting around and they want to get this cleaning business going, but they want to do it at a very inexpensive rate, right? They don't want to have to spend a whole hell of a lot of money doing it. That's what I suggest you do. Just pick up the phones and go door to door. That's not the only way to do it. You can use online portals, right? Yelp and some of these, other resources. The thing is, though, is you have to be able to target that. Though that's going to take strategic planning. If you do a Facebook ad for your residential, like for my residential cleaning business, I use Facebook advertising, and I get a great deal of response from that. But early on, I tried to do Facebook ads for commercial, and the response was lousy, so I stopped. I knew that wasn't going to work for me because my target market wasn't going to be on Facebook like that. Like they weren't going to be sitting on Facebook opposed to residential homes and homeowners. They're on Facebook, right? So it worked, it popped. But again, guys, if it wasn't working, then what I would do is revamp it. I would revamp it. I'll say, you know what, this isn't working. Maybe I need to change my verbiage or my, what I'm saying, right? The context. Maybe I need to change some of that stuff, right? So like I say, the same thing with your commercial cleaning business, your residential cleaning business. You guys have to stay at it. You have to stay at it. Hello? Hey, love, I gotta call you back. I'm on the video. Okay. So, that's what I would suggest you guys do, right? Just hone in on it. Stay relentless behind it. Believe in yourself. Strategically put your company together, right? Really sit down and say how you want to set it up, right? And break it down to bite-sized pieces. Because when you try to put everything together all at once, it becomes overwhelming, it becomes frustrating, okay? You guys can absolutely do this. There's no reason in the world why you should be telling yourself you can't do this, okay? I hate to be cliche, but if I can do it, you can do it. I'm no better than you. My thought process, I had the lazy man mindset in the beginning like a lot of you guys have. But my thought process changed over the years because what I wanted out of life changed, right? What I wanted to do, what I wanted to stand for, what I wanted to be, right? So I had to change my surroundings. I had to change the people that was around me. I had to change my day-to-day activities, right? Now you find me in coffee shops, bookstores, libraries, different things like that. Back then I would hang with my friends, or I would do things that I probably shouldn't be doing and expecting a positive result, a great commercial cleaning business, okay? So again, guys, you have to stick to it. I know how hard. Another thing I would suggest is you guys find a mentor, whether it's a paid mentor or whether it's a non-paid mentor, a book, an audio, video, whatever. Find yourself a mentor, somebody that's doing what you want to do, right? And they're doing it at the highest level. You believe in what they're saying. You trust in what they're saying, right? Because mentors can save you a lot of mental anguish, right? Because they know the pitfalls to look for. They know what not to do and what you should do, okay? So like I said, guys, you are my damn mentor. Thanks, DJ. That's kind of what I wanted to. That's kind of what I wanted to get out there to you guys, right? Another thing, guys, stop doing very extensive research, right? Be it YouTube or Google. Like, you find a little research, right? How to start your business. Go do this, go do that. You do it, right? Marketing. Find how to market my cleaning business. You do this, you do that, right? Stay working on the business itself. leave all the research, because what normally happens, guys, you keep researching. So many people tell me, they say, well, Fabio, I researched it and they said I had to do this and I had to do that. And I'm like, that's not true. You don't have to, that's not true, right? I had to be certified in this. I had to be certified. So a lot of people taking these certification classes, right, because they think they need to do this in order to even start the business, and you don't, okay? You don't. You can, but you don't have to, right? And you can still be very, very successful at this. Again, a lot of things I like to tell people too. I know I offer material to sell, coaching, and different things like that, right? Here's the thing. A lot of the information is free on the internet, be it videos, Google, whatever, right? You can find a lot of this information free. But the reason a person like me can offer this stuff, sell it at the highest level, is that a lot of people don't like to read. I put up books to go and get. I tell people certain audio books to go and buy. A lot of people don't want to invest in this, but they want the money to come from the sky. It's not going to happen, guys. It's not. It's not going to happen. In the early on stage, I keep books. I got books right here in my backpack. I keep books. I got books in the car. Marketing and motivation and this and that, right? You have to read. Entrepreneurs, you can look it up. Entrepreneurs read. And they read at the highest level. I'm talking about over 50-something books a year. Okay? But they read. So whether you read a book or whether you reading off Google, you guys have to do that research. Understand what it is you're reading and execute on that. Don't just keep researching. You got all this paperwork and you got all of this stuff. You keep reading and do nothing with it. So again, I'm not against mentors, but mentors isn't always somebody you got to pay to do something, right? You can have YouTube as a mentor, right? So if you're listening to my videos and you're getting this information for free, then what you want to do is take this information and execute on it, right? And you can say, well, Fabio Hart was my mentor, right? But you didn't have to pay me. You just watched the video, okay? So again, guys, how you market and keeping your employees, that's going to come over time. It's not an easy task to manage employees. I will not sit here and make it seem like it's very easy, okay? You got to have a system set up in place for call-offs. You got to have a system set up for, stamping their time, when they log in, when they log out, right? You got to have things set up in place. You have to think, should I give my employee the key to the building, or do I keep the key? Should I give them the code to the building, or do I keep the code, right? Your managers, your supervisors, your field supervisors, yourself. You got to, again, guys, this come with time. That's why I tell people to work themselves 30 to 60 days in, so you can get the gist of the account, and then you go ahead and hire somebody in, right? Because I can show you better when I know how to do it. But when we both learning it at the same time, it's up in the air at that point, right? If I know how to do something and I know the proper way to do it, I can show you the proper way to do it, train you, and you got a better chance of staying with me, better chance of executing. Okay? So, it's up to you guys how you want to do it. Some people I talk to, they say, Fabio, I just don't want employees. And that's fine. And they say, well, or some people would tell me, well, Fabio, I don't want to clean. I just want employees to clean, or subcontractors. That's fine. But nothing is crazier than the entrepreneur, him or herself, not knowing exactly what to do on that job, not knowing the nature of that job. Okay? Someone come in and ask you, well, what you supposed to do with this, what you supposed to do with that, and you tell them, I don't know, and all you did was write notes down when you did your walkthrough. That's not training. That's not training. Not at the highest level, right? That's not training. So all you're doing is reading off a paper telling somebody else what to do, and you're not doing it. Okay? So you want to be active in here. You want to be active in your own business. You want to get in there and sling them up. And then as you train your staff, you have a set staff, you're training your staff, and now you can kind of step away and you can govern things. Okay, that's what I do. I govern things. I go from site to site. Right? I check on this, I check on that. Do we have this all-purpose cleaner? Do we have that all-purpose? Do we have mop heads? Do we have vacs? Do we have this? Do we, right? That's what I do. I govern everything. I'm no longer slinging the mop or doing the vacuuming anymore, right? The stripping and the waxing, I outsource all of that, right? But again, if I had to do it, I could do it, right? Because I train myself at all of these. I make myself available, right, to all my contacts at all of my sites. So I know what needs to be done. I don't care if I go to Atlanta, Georgia. I don't care if I'm in Toledo, Ohio. I don't care if I'm in Michigan. I know all of my accounts. I've been to all of my accounts, okay? I've been to all of my accounts because I like to know what's going on in that account, okay? So again, guys, like I say, it's going to take time. Don't try to say, well, I want to be the next Fabio, I want to be the next such and such, right? I want to just grow this massive business. It can happen. It can happen. But don't ponder on that. Don't let it sink in on the next man. Just do you. Do you. Like I said, it's a lot of free information on the internet. Again, a lot of people just don't want to read. Whereas the information that I sell you on the coaching and this and this and that, right? And the same thing with Brett Cardone, E.T., Gary Vee, all of these guys. What we do is read material, read books, go to conferences, go to seminars. We learn the information, and then we charge you $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 for a coaching, right? Over something that we took the time to read ourselves, because we understand the fact that a lot of people don't want to read, but they will pay for the information. So essentially, you're paying for something that I done probably read off the internet, or something that I done took a class on, or something that I done went to a seminar or workshop on, or something that my mentor has taught me. You're paying for this information because you just don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to read the book that I read. You don't want to go to the program that I attended, right? So again, guys, I'm giving you a value information here. Like I say, mentors is important. I do think you should have them, whether it's a paid mentor or non-paid. I'm not telling you the only way you can be successful if you have a paid mentor. I'm not telling you that. Whether it's paid or non-paid, listen to that person, take heed to the information, and execute on that, okay? Like I say, putting your employees together, do it one employee at a time. Don't worry about a big hiring convention, right? You're not to that level yet. Your marketing, give your marketing a little time. Like I say, when they advertise the cheeseburger, the Big Mac, or whatever they advertise it on TV or radio, you don't just hear them advertise a concert one time. They put the ad out. Come see Chris Brown and Young G. Come see these. Right, you keep hearing them. It's promotion, right? They keep advertising it on the radio so people can go get their tickets, right? They keep advertising the Jordan shoe or the Big Mac on TV, so eventually everybody can start getting that Big Mac. So that's what you're gonna have to do. That's what you're gonna have to do, right? If you see that it's not working, you can cut back the dollars from it, or you can cut back from doing it at all, and switch your pitch a little bit, switch lanes, right? Just like what I did with Facebook advertising. I do Facebook advertising for residential, but I don't do it for commercial. I tried it with commercial. It was absolutely terrible, absolutely dreadful. Pull the dollars back from that, put those dollars over to doing residential, and now my residential side is taking off. I got a lot of residential clients, right? But as I get residential clients and then I execute on the work itself, guess what I get by word of mouth? More clients, right? And there's some other things that I do that I talk about on coaching calls and stuff like that. If you've been on my coaching calls, you know those things already, right? There's other things that I do to drum up traffic and that work as effective as word of mouth and that type of thing, right? But again, I got a system in place, guys. A system is something that's going to run whether you partake in it or not. It's something that's going to run whether you partake in it or not. Okay? You should be focusing on systems. That's what's going to make your life a lot better. That's what's going to allow you to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. Right? Having a system in place. This establishment that I'm at, Tim Hortons, it's going to run the same way whether they have the staff that they have here now or whether they have a new crew come in. It's going to run the exact same way because they have a system. They have a system. Systems are very, very important. That's why I talk so much about it on my coaching calls and different things like that. Systems are very, very important. Okay? But you can't have a system put in place if you're not taking action, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing on your end. If you're not trying to build it, put it together. Okay? Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I just wanted to come through with a quick video, more of a motivation. I wanted to talk about employees and talk about marketing. Okay? If you want any extensive or any set of directions for your marketing campaign and different things like that, you can always catch me up on the coaching. That's going to do it for now. Fabio Hart, the only person that could ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you.
You need it? All right.